Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. It's been a while, a couple of weeks. I've been working away in Toronto and Montreal. And while in Montreal, I was able to meet Swami Suave from Malton in Montreal on his home turf. He took me to his local pub. Really enjoyed meeting him. Thank you very much, Swami, for taking the time. And while I was there, he gave me a bottle of something. It's not whiskey. It's a spirit from Asia, and it's very interesting stuff. I will review it. Please, Swami, don't be offended if I don't like it. It's, I think, slightly esoteric. So I thought we'd continue with the Scotch single malts, and we recently had the Springbank 10-year-old, so I thought we would continue the Springbank theme by moving on to the Hazelburn 12-year-old. It's also from the Springbank distillery. Springbank, one of only 3 distilleries in Campbelltown, one of the most traditional in Scotland with all of the traditional production methods. They use floor maltings, direct fired stills, worm tubs and dunnage warehouses. The whole of the production is done on site. There's nothing else like it in Scotland. This small 20 cl bottle, I should say, Hazelburn is the unpeated triple distilled version of Springbank. They also have a light to mid peated whiskey that's bottled as Springbank, and then a heavily peated whiskey which is bottled as Longrow. This is a small 20 cl bottle that came as part of a gift pack. I don't know how much it was, but a full bottle of the 12-year-old Hazelburn is about £50 at Master and Malt. So let's see what we have. I think my screen's just darkened. There we go. Quite a nice copper colour to it. It's non-chill filtered, natural colour, and bottled at 46% ABV. I've also, about a year or so ago, I reviewed the 8-year-old Hazelburn as well, so check out that review too. There's a lot of wine notes going on the nose, a little bit of sherry, but port seems to be the dominating character, and it's got a slight acetone and maybe burnt struck match, slight smoky note to it. That lifts quite quickly. Actually, I'm just going to refer to my notes. I tend to do that with the Campbelltown ones because they are quite complex. There's a kind of fermentation, yeasty notes, Belgian beer in there. A fruity complexity, and the tannins have started to lift from this glass. A fruity complexity, I just can't quite describe all of the fruits. There's certainly pineapple in there. There's a panna cotta kind of fruit creaminess, a creamy vanilla note coming through. And a kind of sea air freshness, but it's all wine tannins, fruits. A lot going on. Oh, fresh mint. A kind of oakiness. Really nice. You need to spend a bit of time with the Springbank malts. Wonderfully creamy. A light spice, a dry spice rolls away. Maybe a maltiness, more of that wine cask influence, kind of a Madeira wine. Very definitely port. Got a long, kind of dry vanilla note to it on the finish. Turns slightly salty, and the oaks and fragrant woods continue on to the finish. Also, I put those fruit salad penny chews that you can only, I think, get in Europe. Slightly fizzy, continues to slightly effervescent on the finish as well, and there's a hint of baking cinnamon as well. A hint of barrel char, smoky bacon. Sweet and fruity. And spicy. Chewy, slightly mouth coating. Really, really nice. I still think I prefer the Springbanks to the Hazelburns, but these make a very good introduction. They're quite, if you can get hold of them where you live, and they're very difficult to get hold of in this part of Canada, I recommend them. Any Springbank product is, particularly the younger and more accessible ones, certainly well worth a buy. Nutty as well. Ooh, yeah, very, very nice. Comes recommended by me. I'm not sure what the availability is like nowadays on this 12-year-old, but if you see it for a reasonable price, I would definitely pick it up. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope it won't be too long before we meet again. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.